So the medals won't be affected in that women's 4x4, the DQ coming from outside the top three. So now we move to the men's Victorian State Championship 4x4 final. In lane one, Old Zavarians with Adrian Sanfilippo, Tom Willems, Michael Beltrami, Delina De Silva. Lane two from Melbourne University Athletic Club, Harrison Kimpton-Moss, Jack Hughes, Jared Padgett and Matthew Scott. Lane three from Old Melburnians, can they go better than the women? Nicholas Padusis, Harrison Rubin, Will Johns, Michael Chochos. From Doncaster in lane four, Wesley Spargo, Harrison Kerr, Conrad Kamaris, Kevin Rasul. They were the dominant ones in the heats. In lane five, Geelong Guild looked very good with Will Gray, Joshua Perdrasat, Lachlan McPherson and Harvey Morant. In lane six, St Kevin's Athletic Club, Connor Fry, Joseph Deng, Stephen Nucky, Alexander Rose, some talented 800-metre runners there. Lane seven from Athletics, Nunawading, Nicholas Arefta, Corey Robinson, David Brock and Jared Robinson. And lane eight from Athletics, Essendon, Jara Conte, Dominic Hoskins, Brett Muir and Marcus Guglielmino. That is 8 starters in the men's 4x4 final, Tamsin.
It's interesting to see the St Kevin's team's got Stephen Nucky and Alex Rowe, who'll be pacing the 1500 a bit later.
So from the inside, it's Old Zavarians, Melbourne University, Old Melburnians, Doncaster Athletic Club, Geelong Guild, St Kevin's Athletics, Nunawading and Athletics Essendon. We've got 4 of the best 400-metre hurdlers in the state in this first leg. You've got Sam Filippo, the state champion, Connor Fry, the national under-20 champion, Wes Sparko, the 4-man of the season, and Harry Kimpton-Moss there from Melbourne Uni. So 400-metre hurdlers dominating this first leg, and it is Connor Fry, the national under-20 400-metre hurdle champ out wide, doing very good things for St Kevin's. He asked his Instagram followers this week whether he should wear the blue or the orange shades, and it looks like the blue ones are moving well, Tamsin.
It's certainly helping him. He's running a beautiful leg there, but he's got to hold his form here where the Bears jumped on the back a little bit, but he's done really well. And Wesley Sparko from Doncaster's run a fantastic leg as well.
It looks like Spargo will change just in front for Doncaster. Just it was. Then it's Deng of St Kevin's. Back to Essendon. Melbourne, Old Melburnians. Harry Rubin's got a bit of room to make up. Then we go back to Melbourne University. Tom Willems ran very good relays for the Victorian junior team on the weekend from Old Zavarians. Nunawading and Geelong Guild, surprisingly a long way out the back. They were one of my early promises. But Joe Deng, he's the junior boy who's moved from Queensland to join that famous Justin Rinaldi 800-metre stable. He's doing great things. Peter Bowl might be in a boot at the moment, but Joseph Deng has taken the lead from Doncaster. No offence to Harrison Kerr, but this is Doncaster's weakest leg. So have they got enough to come home? So Joseph Deng out in front from St Kevin's. Back to Doncaster, Essendon. Harry Rubin, who ran World Uni so well this year for Australia. Tom Willems, that's a big leg on debut for a 400 from Xavier. Nunawading, Geelong, Melbourne University.
That was a great leg by Deng. He just took 5 metres out in that last bit. That was the 800-metre strength. But this is a great battle between Doncaster and St Kevin's, and we've got 2 great legs to come. So it'll be interesting to see if it can be the 800-metre guys against the 400 boys. Let's see.
Well, it's Stephen Nucky out in front. He took a big tumble at the Vic State Relays in the heats when they were running. I think it might have been the medley team. He hit the deck. Conrad Kamaris is just stalking him here, though. Conrad Kamaris, he always loves this relay night. He wears that beautiful Doncaster bodysuit with pride. It's Conrad Kamaris going outside Nucky. They're going to pass last to Rasul versus Rowe. These 2 boys partied pretty hard on the Doncaster party bus only a week ago. They're going to go head-to-head now over 400. Rasul gets it first. Alex Rowe stalks him. Chochos goes back again from Old Melburnians. Then Nunawading it is. Old Zavarians, Geelong Guild, Essendon and Melbourne University. Down the back straight, Kevin Rasul in that very customary upright position. Rowe still keeping contact. Rasul is a very quick man over 1 and 2. Rowe is the equal national record holder over 800. Chochos might be just out of it for Old Melburnians. They're going to take another bronze medal, it looks like. Kevin Rasul with 120 to go. He's put on the afterburners. Rowe still looks good. Can he use that Steve Hooker sprint form to go round the outside? Rasul, Rowe, Doncaster's going to take it. I'm going to call it. Doncaster wins. St Kevin's turned their gold from last year into silver. Third will be Chochos of Old Melburnians. 3:13.04 unofficial. Old Melburnians, Nunawading, Harvey Morant, Geelong Guild, Dilly De Silva, big week for him. Melbourne University and Essendon. Tamsin, some quality racing, and Kevin Rasul was just too smart.
I'll tell you what I do like. It means a lot to the lads out there. You can tell Doncaster really likes winning this 4x4, and look at them celebrating. They've got club mates on the track celebrating with them. It was It was a great run, and Rasul stayed really relaxed then down the back straight. He had great turnover. The speed, you could see the difference between the speed between him and Alex Rowe, which is fair enough. He's a 1-2 runner coming up before, and Alex Rowe's coming down with his strength. But I still think Alex looked really, really good. So I'm looking forward to seeing him run some 8s later in the season, because that was a good hit out over the 4x4. But great effort by the Doncaster boys.
It was a big run, considering in the heats they won their heat dominantly in about the same time. And they had Liam Procaccino, so a national finalist or national semi-finalist in that race. And they unfortunately pulled out with a little bit of a twing this week. So to run young Harry Kerr, who was also just earlier on, he was the first leg of the Aquinas relay team.
Well, and I think Harry ran really well. He only got tired in that last 30 metres, but what he did do was you could see his heart was so big for the rest of the boys. He wanted to get that baton around that I think if it was running an individual race, he would have probably got a lot more tired and slowed down even more. But he wanted to get that baton around, and he held his form quite well. And Deng only got that 5 metres off him in the last bit.
That's right. And look, Doncaster, I know they're a very proud club. They'll be happy to be back on the top of that podium. It's been a while. St Kevin's won it last year, representing the APS in its time, slightly slow on that, and the year before it was Old Melburnian. So Doncaster, it was their last medal, and this was 2 years ago. And it was actually Kev Rasul who anchored it that night with Conrad Kamara. So those two boys teaming again. As I said, they are a very proud club out at Doncaster.